Well, hello. Today is May 4th, 2024, and it's around 8 a.m. So, yeah, it's May 4th, so may the Force be with you. Shout out to Star Wars. Well, yeah, it's very interesting. I was always told, and I always heard as a child, that you could trust your family members, and you could trust those around you, and to trust your family. But what is trust really? What is trust? How can you trust people who go around doing things that are the opposite of what you believe in? How can you trust people who purposely do things to try to bring you down? Like, you can't trust someone who wants to see you fall and see your downfall. Like, my downfall is not happening because my downfall started from the beginning, and I can only rise from here. I can only go up, and I can only evolve, and I can only advance. So, yeah, I'm sure at least half of my family members, if not all of them, would like to see me fail. And I'm sure possibly the people watching this probably would like to see me fail too, but I can't fail because something in me just keeps going. So, I guess it's not in my destiny to fail. I can never be a failure because I wasn't created to be a failure. So, yeah, what do you do in a world where you feel like you're looking for someone to trust, and who is there? Who is there for you to trust? Some people have people that they can trust, but you can only trust people to varying degrees. Some people you might trust more than others. Like, you might trust someone 20%, and then you might trust another person 80%. But if you trust a person 80%, that's close enough to 100% to say you trust them, right? Does anybody really trust anyone 100%? Like, do married people trust their spouses? I mean, maybe at some point they did, and maybe at some point they do. Maybe some people do trust each other, but what is trust really? How can you actually really trust someone when it seems like the whole world has let you down, or your entire family? I don't know. It seems like a lot of people who appear to have more than you like to be controlling. They like to control everything that you do. But I can't allow others to control me. I could be doing different things right now, but I have to be under the control of other people in my family. I don't have the need to be under control. I don't have the desire to be under control. I mean, sure, someone will say, oh, why don't you just do the things that they tell you? They put you back on instead of cutting you off, and they give you a whole bunch of money and stuff. But, yeah, I feel like I can make money without my family. So, it's at 3 minutes and 25 seconds so far. Yeah, so a good way to make money, I think, is probably... a good start would probably be changing your mindset from a poverty mindset to a wealth mindset. So, yeah, lots of people go from rags to riches all the time. But the thing is, I was never in rags. I was born in the suburbs, and my family still lives in the suburbs. So, you can't go from rags to riches when you were born in the suburbs and you have an opportunity to still be living in the suburbs right now. So, yeah, I have to avoid toxic people at all costs. I have to avoid toxic situations at all costs. I have to avoid just toxic everything at all costs. And, yeah, I also have a lot of theories, but I can lay out theory after theory, but what is that going to do? Is YouTube ever going to pay me? I know YouTube is supposed to push out videos when certain things happen, and I've posted a fair amount of videos so far. I've posted about at least 30 videos. I mean, I write them all down because I don't want any weird stuff to go on where one of them just disappears and I can't find it. So I had to start writing them all down and counting them in a notebook and stuff, because like people had access to my phone and started sharing videos with other people that I never intended on posting, and like, yeah, my phone was being hijacked. There was a lot of hijacking going on, and a lot of weird behavior by people. And why does that man keep staring at me? He's kind of cute. So yeah, anywho, I'm funny. But yeah, can you really trust anyone? Or do you just have to train yourself to accept the things that happen because they can't be changed? Like the Bible says. You know what the Bible says. You can look it up. It says something like, God, give me the strength to change the things that I can and accept the things that I cannot, and know the difference between the two. That is not an exact quote, but it's something very similar. So, if there's things that you can't change, do you just accept them? There are a lot of things that can't be changed, and trying to get revenge on people is not the right thing to do. I don't think getting revenge is the right thing, especially after something already happened. Getting revenge is pointless, but if people are constantly and continuously trying to attack a person, you have to have your self-defenses up, even your spiritual self-defenses. You have to shield yourself from attack. So I'm at 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Yeah, you have to stay spiritually aware of spiritual attack, of the spiritual warfare, because there is a spiritual warfare going on at all times. And spiritual warfare is something that we have to protect ourselves from as chosen ones. And even if you're not chosen, it will be wise to protect yourself from spiritual warfare. But there's a real thing going on. There's a battle. There's a battle between the light and there's a battle between the dark. And the battle going on is between good and the battle is between evil. It's a battle. It's the ultimate battle. And the battle's continuously going on. And the battle has been going on. It's a war. And I am a pacifist. I am not pro-war. Like I said, and like in the book that I read about Pisces, everyone knows that people with strong Pisces energy are usually pacifist. So, just a person with a random sun sign in Pisces may not be a pacifist. But if you have something like a Mercury sign in Pisces plus a sun sign in Pisces at certain positions plus other Neptune planets that are connected to it, then you're probably going to be a pacifist. But yeah, if they're all hitting the right angles and hitting the right spots, you're probably going to be a pacifist. But again, opposition continues to exist in life, because no matter how many pacifists exist, there's always going to be people who are pro-war. And even though I say that I'm a pacifist, you must protect yourself, even if you're a pacifist. So even though that I say that I'm a pacifist, you have to protect yourself. And even though I am a pacifist, I also know that war must exist, because we live in an oppositional grid. So as we live in this opposition, it's a fact that war must exist here on Earth. It must exist. And if it's not going to happen somewhere else, it's going to happen where you are. So the best thing to do is to let war happen in other places if you don't want it to affect yourself. And yeah, but there's something specific going on here. Nobody is supposed to be degrading chosen ones. I mean, it happens all the time. And when people try to negatively push things off on chosen ones and do things to chosen ones that aren't right, then karma comes back on these people. If these people have never encountered real chosen ones before, they never know what real karma is like until this happens. And let's see, I've been recording for 9 minutes and 22 seconds now, so thank you for watching Shares of a Lifetime Daily, and thank you for making this one of the most viewed YouTube channels in YouTube history, and continue to send views to our